guys, welcome back. So this is a little bit different than what you've come to expect out of me. I teamed up this week with the Cool Down blog to bring you two unique, different Valentine's Day looks, not your typical Valentine's sparkly eyes or smoky eye or red lip, obviously. I'm bringing you a couple different looks, one that focuses more on the lips, another that focuses on all of this, a very different eye and a fun lip, but I did give you two lip options. That way you can do something a little bit different on Valentine's Day, because who says you have to be conventional? You don't even have to use the same colors that I did on my eyes. You can literally do whatever you want because it's makeup, it's your expression. Who cares what you do? You don't have to fit into a box on an occasion. I know that I am very guilty of doing kind of typical thematic makeup looks, but this definitely dragged me right out of that safe little bubble that I have in my makeup collection and forced me into using some things that I don't really ever pick up. So I want to give a huge shout out to the Cool Down blog for making me think outside the box and hopefully for inspiring you to do something a little bit different this Valentine's Day. So like I said, we're going to do a look that focuses on an ombre lip and then this look. So if you want to see how I achieve both of those looks, then keep on watching. So for both the looks we're going to be creating, we're going to use the same exact base product. So what I did was I primed my skin with an Urban Decay primer and then I sprayed some Fix Plus over top. Next was NARS Sheer Glow foundation with a little bit of the Revlon Skin Lights inside just to make my skin a little extra glowy. Then I set everything with the RCMA No Color Powder. Oh, and I also used concealer. I used the MAC Prolongwear in NW20. For the base, I used the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I also used a little bit of the Kat Von D Shade and Light contour kit just to give my cheeks a little bit of contour. For the glow today, we went in with the Anastasia Moonchild palette and I used the shade Pink Heart. Additionally, I did do my brows and they are with the Color Pop pencil in, I believe, Bangin Brunette. So for this first look, we're going really simple on the eyes because the star of the show is going to be this ombre double-sided lip color. So what I'm going to do first is just take this Rimmel Black Scandaleyes eye pencil, and what I'm going to do is put it on the upper waterline of my eye. That's called tight lining. And then I'm going to put a tiny bit also in my lower waterline just because as the day goes on, it is going to transfer. So I'd rather just put a little color there to begin with and hope that it stays on the tight line. The purpose of putting it on your tight line is just to make your lashes look a little bit thicker, and seeing as we're not really doing any eyeshadow today for this lip look, we want to make sure that our lashes look kind of as luscious as possible, and I'm also going to use just a minimal amount of mascara. So I'm going to stop talking and do the eyes. It looks a little freaky on camera, I'm not going to lie to you, so if you don't want to look, I understand. But some people can just put the pencil in there and shut their eye and run it along the rim, but I just can't. I can't make that happen, so. And then putting a little bit in the waterline. Because we're keeping the eyes very minimal, I'm just going to apply one coat of mascara. I don't think I've ever said that before on my channel, but today I'm going to use the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot. This isn't, I don't think it's a very volumizing formula. I think it separates your lashes and makes them look really spread out, like it looks like you have a lot of lashes, but they aren't very full. So anyways, I'm just going to apply one coat to top and bottom lashes. For the lips, I did apply some Aquaphor ointment earlier, so what I'm going to do just to make sure they're nice and bare for the lip color is just take a Q-tip, run it along the lips. This will exfoliate them and get rid of any excess ointment. So this lip product is by NYX. It's called the Ombre Lip Duo and it's in Bonnie and Clyde. So I did play with this a little bit yesterday, and you definitely need to be very careful, especially with a darker color. So this side is a little bit of a smaller tip because that's meant to go on the outside of your lip, and then this is meant to be the pop of color. Hang on just a sec. And this side is meant to be the pop of color, and it's obviously a lot thicker. So I did play with it a little bit yesterday, so I have an idea of how I want to apply this lip product. So I'm actually going to zoom you guys in. That way you can see a little bit better what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do first is just take this darker side and apply it around the lip and then fill in most of the lip. And I'm going to be really careful with it because it is a pain to try to remove or to put concealer over. Now that I have the lips outlined, I'm just going to fill most of them in. Alright, so now I'm going to take that lighter color, now that the lip is mostly filled in, and I'm just going to place it in the center. So this is essentially the lip. It's a lot darker, as you can see on the outside, with a little pop of color on the inside. It's a little bit different, unexpected, especially for Valentine's Day. This is good if you aren't going out to eat, like if you're going on bowling or going on a movie date or something, or maybe not because your popcorn's gonna take it off, but you know what I'm saying. Somewhere where you don't have to eat, get a little oil on your lips because it's really gonna screw up your lip, and this is kind of high maintenance, but it's beautiful, and it's definitely unexpected for Valentine's Day. So this is look number 1. So for the second look, we're going to focus on the eyes instead of the lips. So what I did was just remove the lip and removed some of the eyeliner that I had on my eyes, but otherwise we're just gonna keep everything exactly the same. So what I'm gonna do to start is we wanna make this like kind of graphic and really hard lines. So I'm gonna take some tape and apply it to my face, but what I'm gonna do first is put them on the back of my hands so they're a little less sticky so we don't hurt our faces. I'm just gonna take that tape and apply it towards the outer edge of the eye. So to start, you can use a black or a brown, but I actually have this old Makeup Geek gel eyeliner in the shade Poison. It's like this really deep, dark burgundy shade. So what I'm gonna do is create a pretty thick liner from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner, following along this tape, because what we're gonna do then is take a red eyeshadow and smoke it out. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit here. What I'm gonna do is just take that liner, and I do have some mascara on, so we're just gonna push those lashes down. Maybe we'll start on the outside edge here. This does not have to be perfect because we are going to take an eyeshadow and buff it out. I'm also going to hit the lower lash line while we're over here. And kind of start to work that into the lashes. Next, we're going to be using this palette. This is by NYX. It's called the Sex Bomb Femme Fatale palette. What I'm going to do is use this red shade that's right here, and I'm actually just going to use the brush that came in the kit. I did play with this also yesterday, and it's not the worst. So I'm just going to kind of load up my brush here, tap off the excess. So we just got a decent amount of transfer. So what I'm gonna do is just let that dry, and eventually we will wipe it off with a remover, but setting it with a powder is going to help. So this is a hooded eye problem. But we're just gonna start to apply that shadow right over top and just start to just wiggle back and forth. And this is going to help smoke out that line. And we're not going to be shy about the outer edge because we want that to look nice and smoky. The tape helps to catch the fallout. We're going to hit the lower lash line as well. Some of that eyeliner from the previous look is still kicking around, and that's okay. It's just going to help make it look a little bit more grungy. To get rid of that extra line, I'm just going to take a little bit of micellar water and a Q-tip and wipe that away. I want to continue playing with this, so what I'm going to do for now is remove the tape to see the line. And what I'm going to do is just continue to kind of build color along where that tape was. What I'm going to do is just grab a smaller brush. What I'm going to do now is just add a bit of that Poison liner to the upper and lower lash lines, just to re-intensify. And then go back in with red eyeshadow. All right, so I'm just going to hit the other eye and then I'll be right back. So I also added a little bit of Poison to the waterline, and then I use it to kind of outline the wing out here. But what I want to do now that this is pretty much done is just kind of clean up the edge using a little bit of concealer. So for that, I'm going to use this Tarte Shape Tape Concealer as well as my paddle brush from XO Beauty. I'm just going to pop a little bit on the back of my hand and then use the smaller side of this paddle brush just to get nice and close to that wing and make sure everything is nice and clean. At this point you could add lashes, but I think it would kind of take away from how cool and graphic this looks, so I'm just gonna add another layer of mascara. Now you don't need to do this step, but I just wanna add a little bit to the crease, so I'm going to take my butter bronzer that I used to bronze my face. I'm just gonna take that on a really fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit in the crease. For this look, I do have a couple of lip options. One is really bold and kind of crazy, and the other one is a little bit safer, but I figured I could do like a really nude lip, that way all the focus is on the eyes, and then additionally, I do have a black lip that I wanted to do. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with the nude lip. That way it'll be probably more of a pain to take off the black. I don't know, by the way, how people do lip swatch videos. I took off one lipstick and I'm like, oh, my lips. So to start, I'm gonna use my Milani lip liner in Natural and just use that to fill in the lip. I'm also first going to just take the Aquaphor off my lips because I did slap some on after I took off that lipstick. For lipstick today, I'm going to be using Gerard Cosmetics in the shade Buttercup. You could definitely go more nude than this, but I don't have a ton of nudes because I just don't love them on my skin. This is one of my favorite nudes. I can't really pull off the concealer nudes, but this one is still really light. It's a little pink. All right, so this is the first lip option for this really intense kind of graphic red liner. Okay, so to remove that, I'm just gonna use a little bit of micellar water on a Q-tip. For black lipstick today, I'm going to be using the Katy Kat Matte, and this is in the shade Perry Panther. But first, what I'm gonna do is line my lips, and for that, I'm going to use this ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Feminist. It's a really, really deep, dark purple. It's like a plum color. I don't have a black liner, so that's why I'm going in with this little guy. Okay, now going in with the Katy Kat matte lipstick. I think this looks really, really cool on its own. I love wearing this dark lip. I have never, ever, ever, ever worn a black lipstick out, but I think this look would make me wear this out. I think this is unbelievably beautiful. I love the contrast, and it definitely makes me feel like it's like 2006 again. All the like pop punk artists I used to listen to, like I loved MCR, and they would probably be very proud of this. It's very Helena music video-esque. But anyways, what I'm gonna do to make this a little bit more interesting is take the highlighter that I have on my cheeks, that really pretty pink heart, and I'm just going to pat that into the center of my lips. So that just added a little unexpected pink twist and kind of ties everything together. I think what I want to do also is take my highlighter brush and a little bit of Fix Plus spray, dip back into that pink heart shade with my damp brush, apply a little bit more of that highlight. And this look is complete. This is definitely more bold than the first look. I absolutely love it though. It's so different, and it's not your typical Valentine's Day look, and I love that about this makeup look. All right guys, so these are your two different makeup looks that you can wear for Valentine's Day. Definitely not for the faint of heart, this one especially. The first one is a little bit more wearable, but it's still not your typical smoky eye with a red lip or a glittery eye, which I know I am personally very fond of and very guilty of. I will actually leave a link down below to my latest Valentine's Day tutorial. But anyways, I want to thank you guys so much again for watching. If you do want to check out the Cool Down blog, I will leave their link down below, as well as all my social media links. If you want to see more kind of unexpected looks like these, please do give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Give me some feedback. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. I hope you have lovely, safe holidays with your loved ones, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.